answer your questions about early childhood. So if you're looking for some information and then some experiences about early childhood teaching here in Australia, this video is for you. Question number one. Question number one is, if I am a primary, middle school, or high school teacher, can I teach in early childhood setting? The next one is, what's the difference between early childhood educator and early childhood teacher? So, the third question is there a pathway to PR if you take Certificate 3 and Diploma of Early Childhood Services? So, what I can answer is, I am not very sure. So what happened with the early childhood educators or early childhood graduates, so what happened to them is, they always have to check the occupational list in Immigration and Borders of Australia so that you can always check if they're open or if they are in need of early childhood educators in some of the states here in Australia. So I was so lucky, this thing happened to me last 2016. So they said that, oh, okay, there's a pathway to PR. So I took it, and then after 2 years, when I graduated in 2018, they removed it from the list, and then there's no more companies sponsoring early childhood educators. So it was really sad, and then it was really stressful for me and then for my family. However, luckily by 2019, early of 2019, suddenly they open again, and then they're saying they are in need of early childhood educators, however, for the regional areas. How about the ECT? ECT, lately, I have noticed it, there's always a pathway for ECT. So if you're looking for a direct pathway for PR, I would suggest, how about take Bachelor's of Early Childhood Education. So with this, you can stay wherever you want to stay. You can do the point system. You don't need the sponsorship. Or if you would like to do the sponsorship, there's a lot of companies here in Australia that do sponsoring of ECT because they're really in need of ECT or early childhood teachers. So how to do that? If you will check schools here in Australia, I have checked here in Melbourne, Victoria University, they offer Bachelor of Early Childhood Education only for 3 years. And then after 3 years, you need to take exam for your teaching license or for your teaching ID. So to be registered as a teacher here in Australia, you need to have IELTS test again, which is with a score of 8877. Listening and speaking 8 score band, and then reading and writing 7. How about the others? So others, what they do, because I think that was the law recently, if you study here for 5 years continuously, or if you study for 5 years after you graduate your bachelor's degree, for example, you study Certificate 3 and then Diploma for 2 years, and then you had your your bachelor's degree for 3 years, it will give you 5 years of learning experience here in Australia. They will not ask you to take the IELTS test anymore. Again, this answers of mine is just only based on my own research and then my own experience. Please double check it with your migration agent or migration lawyer so that they can help you with the real information about early childhood. Another question is it hard to work in early childhood? My